Hello. Hi. It feels like it's been so long since I've been on here. What's up? The things I love about living in Amman, Jordan. I love it here, you guys. I do. I love the culture. I love being in a different environment. I do really enjoy living in Amman, Jordan. One of the things that I love about this place is the weather. You guys, the weather is beautiful. It's beautiful. You wouldn't think, because I'm like in the middle of a desert, right? And so if you're from America, you think like Arizona, or you think, you know, like Florida or something, like where it's like super hot. Hot peak season, it does get really hot. It can easily be like anywhere between 99 and 104 degrees, but it's very, very dry heat. I think it's even drier than Arizona. To me, it's cool here. You always have that cool undertone here. It never ever feels like it's ever that hot here. Like right now, we're in the end of October and we're like in the mid 80s. It doesn't feel like mid 80s, it feels like mid 70s. So there's always this cool undertone where it doesn't feel like desert weather. It kind of reminds me of kind of like California weather. If you've ever been to California and you're close to the ocean, you know, it gets hot, but you have that cool breeze coming off from the ocean. That's kind of what it reminds me of here. There's always that cool undertone. It's sunny majority of the time here. We do have our rainy season during the winter season. It gets very, very rainy here. Yes, it rains here. I'm from Minnesota, or Minnesota. We get, like, if we're lucky, 3 months of summer. So like 8 months out of the year, it's cold, you know, and it's snowing. So I was ready for a change. I was definitely ready for a change. I got tired of the weather there. I got tired of the snow. So I'm really enjoying the fact that it's not going to be too cloudy at all. It's just majority of the days, it's just bright and sunny. You got that cool breeze. It's just beautiful. Like I love the weather. I'm not missing Minnesota at all. Another thing I love about Jordan is their culture. Jordanians are very, very hospitable. You can't go anywhere. You can't go into a business, an establishment. You can't go into someone's home without them catering to you, asking you if, you know, you need anything, do you want anything? You know, like it's a social thing here to offer tea and coffee and water everywhere you go. You can be going shopping and they're like, you want some tea? You want some water? I think that's pretty cool. They're very hospitable. They're always trying to feed you. They're always trying to help you out. They're asking you if you need any assistance.
Jordan is one of the friendliest countries in the world. You will hear people saying, "Welcome to Jordan," at least 100 times each day.
They make sure they always make me feel welcomed and, you know, saying welcome to Jordan, you know. So Jordanians are very, very hospitable. The hospitality here is just, it's superb. It's really, really good. North America and the southern part of North America, I hear that's how southern folks are. They're very hospitable. I've never been down south. I'm a Midwestern girl. Midwestern people are not as hospitable. Minnesotans, Illinois, I've been to Illinois, I lived in Iowa. You know, they're not hospitable. They're not like, oh, come in, you know, can I get you anything? Are you hungry? You want something to drink? Tea, coffee? No, they don't do that in the Midwest. They're not, the hospitality is not, doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. The healthcare here is extremely affordable, you guys. I mean, it is, and it's good healthcare. It's good healthcare. Like, I trust going to, you know, their physicians and their hospitals and their clinics. Like, it's good. It's good. A lot of them here get a lot of their education from overseas and come back here and practice, you know, but their healthcare, I trust their healthcare 100%. Their hospitals, their clinics are very clean. I was calling around to get some healthcare quotes. This quote was just for one single adult. I think it was $5 $95 for the entire year. And that included, I think, unlimited emergency situations. All that is completely covered. That's unlimited. And then you get like so many clinic visits throughout the year, you know, but even that number, I can't remember exactly off the top, but even that number was decent. Very, very affordable here, which is nice. When I just go to the clinic, I never pay more than like 50 JD. I have a video where my son hurt his hand and he needed to get stitches, and I think I only paid like 35 JD for them to give him like 5 stitches in his hand. Like, it's just so affordable here. I did go to the ER when I thought I contracted corona here. I don't know what was wrong with me. I just wasn't feeling very well, and so I went to the ER to get some tests ran on my chest because my I couldn't, like, it was just tight. Like, it was just really tight. I'm just like, oh no, my lungs, I got pneumonia. I gotta go get the x-ray done. So I went to the ER and got an x-ray done, and they ran one of those, I think it's called an EGP test, the test that they run on your heart. And I'm sure that's not the proper term or name for it, but anyway, it's a test that they run on your heart, and I think I only paid like 60 JD, you know, which is like, I mean, it's super affordable here, you know, really, really affordable. So that's good. I like that, because healthcare in America it's expensive. So I get a lot of people asking me, a lot of people who are considering moving here. A lot of the women, a lot of the Hebrew women are asking me, you know, they're just saying that they are, they're a little intimidated or nervous about coming out here because they think that the women out here are just completely, like, the men just walk around just putting them under their thumbs or something. They just walk on them and step on them when they walk by or something. Like, like, the stereotypes are just the stuff that people actually believe, you know. And I'm not saying that it doesn't exist nowhere, you know. Like, I mean, women are oppressed everywhere, you know, some places more than others, but I don't see that in Jordan. I can't speak for other Middle Eastern countries because I've never been there. But as far as Jordan goes, I don't see that here. Contrary to popular belief, the women here are not oppressed. If anything, they're spoiled little brats. They are spoiled. Like, the women here are very catered to. Jordanian men take care of their women. They take care of their women. The women here are very well taken care of.
So I actually just Googled Muslim women, and it's not pleasant.
Basically, we're gonna go over stereotypes as Muslim women we're faced and what we're expected to be. We'll just go around the room and just, I guess, say any word that comes to your mind when it comes to any stereotype when it comes to Muslim women. So, Muslim women, I feel one stereotype is we're supposed to be oppressed, or that's one stereotype people might have in terms of media. So,
I feel like Muslim women are supposed to be quiet, not outspoken, not loud.
Like, aren't Muslim girls supposed to be like mellow and like reserved? And yeah, so that really like got to me, that people actually think that.
Everyone thinks we're forced to do everything. Are you forced to wear the hijab? No. Are you gonna be forced to marry somebody? It's like, no.
When I think of people's perceptions of Muslim women, I think they may see someone who's weak, docile. These candidates are talking about these dangerous groups of people. You know, there's this whole crisis going on of who's the enemy, who is not.
I have felt threatened because I was Muslim, especially with the given political environment we are in now with so much tensions. It has taken a toll on, I guess, how I'm responding to the world.
If they have an image in their minds of a Muslim that's different from what people in the media or people like Donald Trump keep telling them, if I can contribute to that even through a smile, that's huge. That's more than I could imagine doing in any other sorts of spaces. So that self-awareness, though it's there and though it's tough to carry, I carry it with the hopes that I can do a lot with it.
About Islam. There's an idea that if you see someone walking down the street and they're covered and it's in the middle of summer, oh, they're oppressed. There's a man telling them they should dress this way. You don't know. You don't know. That's just me. I'm just being me. Recognize that Muslim women are very strong and very independent, and we choose to dress this way.
This isn't Saudi Arabia, it's the American Southwest, and 32-year-old Hiba Ahmed believes that covering is a way to express her identity, not to erase it. But in the Quran, it doesn't say that women should cover their faces.
That's correct.
It says that they should dress modestly.
Exactly. The term Islam means submission to the will of God. And we believe that our Creator is the one that is most worthy of telling us how to live our life, and that He did enjoin modesty in the Quran. And my understanding is that the minimum requirement for modesty is, for women, is everything but the face and hands. But we also know that many of the pious Muslim women in our history also chose to cover their face as well. And it's an extra step that people can do. And for me personally, it was something that I believe brings me closer to God. It was my way of saying, you know what? This is my empowerment. This is my liberation, because so many times in society, and I think most women would agree with this, women are objectified, they're sexualized, they're used to sell product, their bodies, their worth is in their bodies. And for me, my sexuality is in the comfort of my own home, in the commitment of my marriage. People are just staring because they're curious, because they don't understand. It's not because they're scared, it's not necessarily because they're hateful, but they just don't understand. And in so many ways, it's really pushed me to be more outgoing, to start up conversations with cashiers and with people in the mall. And we end up laughing and having so much in common, and it's really been a door to building bridges and opening dialogue. And so, in general, although there may be, a minority of negative reaction, in general, people are really open to wanting to know who I am.
What's that negative reaction been like?
One time I was like walking in Walmart, and I was, carrying a bottle of bleach, and so someone came out behind me and said, she's going to make a bomb with that, she's a terrorist, a couple of times. But the really great thing was that the other people who would hear these comments would actually come to my defense. America is one of the best place in the world for me to live right now. I could not imagine living anywhere else. I have never lived anywhere else. American values and Western values are tolerance, freedom of religion, acceptance of all, belief that we are all human beings, that we have children that we love, we have the right to live our life and follow our religion in the way that we see fit, as long as we don't hurt others.
People who don't necessarily know enough about Islam will look at you and say, this is such a barbaric religion. She is being oppressed. She's being forced to wear it.
Yes.
What do you say to that?
A woman came up to me once and she said, are you being abused by your husband? And I said, that's funny. If you ask him, he might say that I take advantage of him a little bit too much.
I don't see oppressed women over here. They're very happy. They're very content. And I think a lot of the traditional stuff here, because, Jordan is one of the most liberal Middle Eastern countries. They're very liberal here. Okay, this is probably one of the most liberal Middle Eastern countries. Okay, so the women, I think a lot of the traditional things here, I think a lot of that is very optional. Like, they cover the hair, they don't cover the hair, they wear makeup, they have freedom here. You can't believe everything you see on TV or stereotypes. You have to actually go and experience the culture for yourself, because stereotypes can be very inaccurate, okay, especially about Jordan. And like I said, I can't speak for all Middle Eastern countries, but Jordan, I don't see that in Jordan. The women here are very liberated. They're very free. They're very well taken care of. Okay, almost to the point where they're just kind of spoiled in a way. They're not very friendly. That's another video, but women who are considering coming to visit or considering relocating here, I'm good. I dress very modest because of God. I'm trying to pursue righteousness, and so that's why I choose to dress modest. It's not because I'm Muslim or I'm trying to fit in here. I cover my hair not because I believe women have to, and that's another video too, but I cover my hair just because I'm just downright lazy. I've gotten used to covering it. I'm in a Middle Eastern country, and I can get away with wearing a scarf on my head all the time, so why not? You know how much time it saves me? I can get away with wearing a protective style every day. My hair is flourishing because I'm not messing with it. Women cover their hair here. It's not a big deal. Why not? But I'm getting kind of over the scarf thing. I think I'm going to start wearing my hair for the first time in almost 2 years. I think I've been covering my hair for about 2 years now. I've been in Amman for, almost a year. In America, I covered it, so almost 2 years now. Yeah, but anywho, another thing I love about this place is their architecture. Their architecture is so beautiful here to me, you guys. It reminds me of like Pasadena, California, almost. It reminds me of Italy, almost. Like it's kind of like a mix between Italy and Pasadena. Like just the way they cut their trees and their sidewalks are decorated, you know, their architecture. Like, I just love the way they build their homes. Contrary to popular belief, the men here are very nice. Oh. Yeah, they're very nice. Like, I think the men here are nicer than the women.
We wanted to teach people about what Eid was and why we celebrate it in order to remove Islamophobia.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm giving out some free flowers. It's no charge whatsoever. Today is Eid, which marks the Islamic 30 days of fasting being finished. So Muslims across the globe are celebrating Eid and just giving out some flowers. So if you would like a flower, it's absolutely free. Don't mind, but if you would like one, take one. It's okay if you say no. I don't mind. Would you like a flower? Thank you, sir. Free rose. Who's that? Who's that? Free rose, sir? Free. Come on, sir. It's a free. Okay, he doesn't want. He don't want the free rose. Hello, sir. Free rose. It's free. Absolutely free. Hello, everyone. Here's a free rose for you. Free roses. Guys, you got a little flower action for you? Free rose. I promise. It's free. Guys, free rose. I promise. Free rose. Yeah, man. Eid Mubarak. I like it, my bro. What you know about Eid Mubarak?
Oh, my favorite footballer is Muslim.
Who's that? Okay, so would you not like a flower?
Yes, we like the flower, but not like that.
Okay, okay, sir.
He's a flower.
Okay, would anyone else like a flower? Would you like one? Thank you, ma'am. God bless you, okay? God bless you. God bless you, sir.
Will follow in my footsteps.
Go give Daddy the rose.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Wow.
Oh, another one. Here you go, Daddy. Here's some food for you.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Tell him why you're giving the rose.
Why? Because I'm an Eid. Yes?
It's Eid.
They're more accommodating than the women. Like, they're very sweet, very thoughtful. You know, that hospitality comes into play. In this video here, I just kind of talk about and show like nice gestures that Jordanian men would do. So if you want to check it out, you know, it doesn't fit the stereotype of the Middle East at all. Like, I don't, and like I said, I can't speak for all Middle Eastern countries, but Jordan, I don't see that stereotype about Middle Eastern men. I don't see it. They treat their women here very well, you guys. I was shocked when I first got here because, you know, I didn't visit here before I moved here. I just moved here, and so I didn't know what to expect. You know, you don't want to completely believe in stereotypes and make that your final conclusion on things, but I didn't know what to expect. You know, I wanted to keep an open mind, but at the same time, it's just like, you know, sometimes there's a lot of truth to stereotypes and sometimes there isn't. So it's just like, what category is it going to fall into? But I was shocked when I came here. I was just like, oh my gosh, like, you know, the stereotype is just not here. Like, I just don't see it. And comparing, like, just, and I'm not beating or bashing any one particular people. I'm just saying, like, you know, America is very narcissistic. You know, it's a very narcissistic culture and country, and you experience a lot of narcissistic people. And narcissists are everywhere, but I feel like here, I don't get that. Not with the men. I don't get narcissists or narcissistic. Like, the men here have souls, they have a conscience, you know, which is refreshing coming from America.